Types of women in Thailand. I will keep this short because this information is available all over the web. There are generally 3 types of professional girls you will meet in Pattaya, Thailand. I will confine my criteria to these pay-for-play ladies. I guess it is possible that you meet some normal women working in Pattaya, but I would not even know how one could tell if they did. Here are the 3 main types, although there are other variations out there. I do want to stress that getting one of these women is not frowned upon or creepy. It seems strangely normal. Freelancers are not affiliated with any bar and usually just wander the streets, mainly near Beach Road but really all over Pattaya. The cost for one of these ladies is about 1,000 baht for a quick visit or short time, and maybe 2,000 baht if you want them to stay the night. A lot of times they could be cheaper, especially if you do not mind a 2 for 2 missing. The advantages of using a freelancer is the price, no bar fee, a fee which is charged by the establishment a girl is working in, and they are generally cheaper than the other types of women I will get to. The disadvantage is the risks you take. If she robs you, then you have nowhere to go. From what I gathered, they are the most dangerous type of girl in this single man's paradise. Another disadvantage is their looks. All things being equal, they are not really the top of the line women. Bar girls. Bar girls were my go-to on my trip. The whole process seemed natural and seamless. In every bar in Pattaya there were a bunch of girls just hanging out who will shout at you as you walk by. To me they just felt more personal. Yes, I was given them money, about 1,500 for a short time experience, maybe 1,500, 3,000 baht for the night, but still felt like I was picking them up. I liked the bar girls because everything just seemed real. It did not feel like a business transaction. Their looks vary, usually better than freelancers, but not as good as the next group. One more thing, as opposed to freelancers, there is a bar fine to take them out of the bar, which could be up to $20. Go bar girls. These are normally the best looking women, or women like people, and they cost a lot more than the others. Some are as high as 3,000 baht for a short time. Most of the go-go bars are located on Walking Street, but there are others scattered throughout the city. My personal experience as I remember it, I walked into a go-go bar and every girl on stage has a number. The hostess has a number as well. Hell, the lady cleaning the toilets probably had a number. Order a couple of expensive drinks, watch them dance, or clean, and then call the manager over. Tell them you want number 33, hold the balls, and the date is set. You will then likely be escorted to a room and pay another fee for a short time encounter. As mentioned, the women in go-go bars are usually a step above the bar girls in the looks category, but it does vary. I have seen some amazing bar girls and only okay go-go girls. It is a crapshoot. Still, one needs to experience these women at least once, because well, you are there anyway. I gave you a broad overview of the basics, but there are other types of women in bars. Soapy massage spots, threesome bars, and joints where you can get hit in the head with a ping pong ball. For now, stick to the basics at least until your second day. Let me continue with my experience in this single man's paradise. The girlfriend trap. One thing that happens to a lot of new guys, and that happened to me, was one girl latching onto you. Most likely they do it for money, but also, I believe it is a status symbol to have a Western man on their side. Either way, it is easy to fall into the trap of seeing the same girl the entire trip. I went to Pattaya, Thailand by myself. If you never have traveled alone in a foreign country, it could be eye-opening and a bit lonely. On the third day I met a nice Thai girl, seen below. We had coffee multiple times and then a funny thing happened. She would not leave. We had dinner, she would come back, or we would get drinks, and somehow, she was in my hotel that night. We even fought like we were in a relationship, proving that women's is universal. I will tell you, having a girl with you most of the time does make it a bit more difficult to sleep with other women. Of course, I did it anyway. She would get jealous. It was the strangest thing. I will say this, Thai women are addictive, and they treat men like kings. Yes, money is a factor, but they treat you better than any Western wife would. This is the problem, because you can be tempted to let your guard down. If you are not careful, they will milk you for cash any way they can. Before I end this section, I will relay a story I heard from a man I met. An Irish guy and I were enjoying a beverage at a bar when he told me a story about his buddy. His friend got off the plane, dropped his bag off and had a drink in the very seat I was sitting. He was in Pattaya for 20 minutes. A nice woman sat next to him. 6 months later the bar girl and his friend were married. This is how easy it could happen. He was not the only foreigner I heard about with a Thai bride. My experiences in Pattaya, a single man's paradise. It is safe to say I have seen things things in Pattaya that I have never experienced anywhere else. My second day I was watching American football at some weird hour in a bar due to the time difference. I buy the elderly barkeep a drink. 5 minutes later she points to a room and asks if I want, let us just say a lollipop. I much rather would have had the 20-year-old next to her, but she was chatting with a man so old that he babysat for Moses. This is the way it was my entire time in Pattaya. You walk down the street, maybe grab some Thai food off a cart. I preferred crickets, and a bunch of Thai girls were screaming at you. Once I settled down with my girl the catcalls stopped. By the way, I am not sure what these well-nourished feminists are bitching about in America. I love being catcalled. It is a drink all day, book up all night kind of place. The prices are cheap, I love the food, and the women are amazing. If you are looking for some deeper meaning than that, I have bad news for you. Sure, there are some temples, and you can take a boat to a better beach to an island, but at the end of the day you come to get away and for the crazy fun. Soy 6. I do need to tell you about Soy 6, which is a site in and of itself. If Thailand is the most deviant country, and Pattaya the most deviant city in the most deviant country, then Soy 6 is the most deviant street in the city, making it the most ungodly place on earth. It is hard to describe the pure filth craziness that encompasses you when you explore this street. Imagine you were watching Pornhub and were somehow sucked into the computer. That is Soy 6. My first experience, I just wanted to see it. Walking down the catcalls are everywhere. Both women and want to be women are screaming out for me. I get to the end of the street and there is a lollipop bar where the women specialize in this type of candy. It is on my bucket list for next time. Oh, and they can have your candy in front of everyone or go behind a sheet. No need to be shy. The next time in Soy 6, the second day I went there was even more fun. What would make a Thai hooker turn red from embarrassment and run out of the room? Imagine on a Thursday at 1 p.m. you are enjoying a drink with your tag-along Thai girl. All of a sudden, a young tall Swedish guy walks into the bar. An attractive Thai girl introduces herself and within minutes they are involved in full-blown husband and wife activity, in full view of everyone. I guess they were trying to have a kid because there was no protection to be found. What could go wrong? Yes, this happened. I am not sure if it is the norm, but I was there. I was so disgusted I left after 10 minutes of watching. That is Soy 6 in a nutshell. God, I hope it is the same as it was 8 years ago. Men need a place like this. We are being chased out of our marriage and so many of us lost our love for life. Knowing this street exists just makes me hopeful. Expats. After about 4 days in Pattaya, Thailand, I came across several expats, men who are from the West, but settled down to spend their lives in Thailand. So many of them have the same story. As a side, if you are an expat reading this, I would love to know what I got right or wrong about this post. These men were from the United States, or Europe, Australia, etc. were married once and were put through the ringer. Their stories are like ours, terrible divorces, and a society filled with women with a sense of entitlement. Is it any wonder why they moved to this single man's paradise? When presented with another option other than a 200-pound woman bossing you around and acting as if you should worship her, while denying you take this other option, compare this to a place with beautiful women catcalling you, a cheap way of living, nice weather, and a place where you do not have to apologize for being a man. America can keep Elizabeth Warren. I will take the Thai king any day. A couple of things to look out for in Pattaya. Although Thailand is a developing country, it is still considered third world. People in Thailand love money and some will resort to unscrupulous ways to get it. Also, there are just precautions one needs to take when traveling in general. If you are not used to traveling outside of the US, especially to a place like Thailand, there are things one needs to know. Below are some of the things to look out for. Don't fall in love. One of the biggest dangers I see from men in Thailand is being used as a piggy bank from the women. Thai girls are easy to love, which makes simps a huge target. At the end of the day, they are all about the money. It may start out with something small, like a sick buffalo back home and the need for you to buy it medicine. There must be a buffalo plague because this happens a lot. Before you know it, you are back in your home country sending these women hundreds if not thousands of dollars. You can assume that you are not the only one. Some of these girls are pros. They will milk every dime from every man out there. Then there is the risk of bringing the wrong girl to your hotel room and getting